Hey everyone, welcome to day 4 of the ladder tournament. Today is the last day of groups, so we'll be concluding Group B. Currently, as we saw yesterday, Micro Machine and Three Way Lover are sitting with their feet up, waiting for their opponents in the semi-final. We had a very fun group yesterday that almost managed to make us stay up till midnight with tiebreakers, but not quite. Thank you very much to Three Way Lover for saving us from that. So, yeah, before we start, let's look at the current situation in Group B. As we see that, wait, I don't think I had that set up properly. God. Sorry, guys. Wait a second, that's not up properly. Hold on. As you can see, the production levels are getting a lot better. I can't find it in my list here. That's weird. So, anyway. So there we have it. So currently in Group B, we have GenCbot on top, 4-0. Leads at least 2 wins tonight to go through. Strelok is a single win behind him, looking pretty good though. And then Mad AI, Tier, and Additional Pylons all on 2 wins. So that should be good. So as I said yesterday, we can't stream all the games tonight, but what we can do is take you through a short video to introduce the state of play. So as we can see, first match was Additional Pylons versus Strelok. Strelok attacked very early on in the game and took out a bunch of the infrastructure and the workers from Additional Pylons. So it was looking good for him there. And eventually Additional Pylons did clean up this, but Strelok was trying to fight back, and Additional Pylons obviously pushing across the map now and making it to the base. So yeah, it doesn't look very good for Strelok in this one. So Additional Pylons would take him down for the win eventually, as we can see. So yeah, good win there for Additional Pylons against one of his closest rivals. Next up was Tier against Genci. Tier is one of the ones on 2 for 3. Pretty much needing a win, but GenCbot with those Vikings there is extremely strong against Tempests. But yeah, Tempests is not the weapon to use. Tempest is not the weapon to use against Vikings, definitely. So yeah. So if you're wondering, Doctor is also watching the stream of this as well, because I didn't manage to get him the actual video file of this, which I should do next time. And I can't hear you, by the way. Doctor, I can't hear you.
Okay, yeah, it should be.
I can hear you now. That's good.
It should be like mostly synced though, right? Like, as long as we're both watching from the stream, we'll both see the same things at the same time.
Yeah, I think you're about a few seconds behind. So GenCbot picking up the win on that one.
Few seconds behind, yeah. Are you talking about the replay or just in general?
Oh no, this is just on the video that I'm showing at the moment. So
yeah.
So yeah, we see Tier against Mad AI. Tier generally using some of the nice DTs that he showed us. Did he show us last week with DTs? I don't think he did. That might be something new that he's added in. we had three-way lover using the DTs to great effect against one-trick pony yesterday, which was something that managed to put him into the next round. Some nice adaptation there. But here we see Tia did manage to clear up Mad Eye in the end, I think. But yeah, Mad Eye had a big problem against the DTs. He just didn't manage to get enough observers out, and Tia had a lot of observers around to clear out his observers with the Void Rays. So yeah, just not enough detection there. And even though Tia was just staying on the single base the whole time, he did manage to clear everything up, saying that Mad Eye only managed 2 bases. So a bit more economy might have served them well in that one. But unfortunately, while Mad AI was trying to push across the map and take out the base of Tia, Tia was doing a lot more effective job of it in the base of Mad AI. As we see here, a lot of that's getting cleaned up.
These are pretty good units.
Yeah, they're very good, especially if there's no detection around. And see Mad AI just suiciding the last of his workers into that DT, and everything goes down. So yeah, next up is Gensi versus Strelok. We see a nice little proxy from Strelok here. It's one of the things Strelok does very, very well. And then just sending his Reapers up to have a little play. Reaper Micro is something that has been very effective in the SE2AI ladder generally. I guess it's one of those units that is so good if you can micro them well. I know you had a play with them at one point.
Yeah, I might return to it too. They're really hard to code. There's a couple of challenges. Namely, you calculate their speed, but they slow down when you jump down cliffs. So, oh, I know, I can escape just in the nick of time. And then he doesn't account for the fact that it takes time to jump down the cliff, and then he just dies.
Oh. Yeah, I think that's something we've seen a couple of times. Even from Micro Machine, still has godlike micro on this. But yeah, so Gensibot was kind of getting cleared up in this one.
Yeah. Reapers are strong as long as. Yeah. So it's kind of like an advanced strategy to go for them.
Yeah. So one thing that happened in last week that we saw was Gensibot, Strelok got into a very similar situation and just couldn't finish him off because he couldn't find the last base. But as you see there, no such problems this time for Strelok, and picks up the win against Gensi. Next up is Spiny versus Additional Pylons, and as Rasper told me last week, I am very sorry Rasper, I pronounced your bot as Spinny. It is in fact pronounced Spiny, so I am very sorry about that, and for the rest of tonight it will be called Spiny. So Spiny is having a good start here, but kind of getting cleared up. Circlings into Colossus is not a good look, unfortunately. Yeah.
Especially if you can't get the surround. If you just go head first as the cannon fodder that's up front, you yourself will become cannon fodder. A little savage.
He does eventually take out Colossus. Yeah. It's not a good look for him at the moment, unfortunately.
Takes out the Colossus, but at what cost?
The cost of pretty much everything. But unfortunately, Spiny looks like he's getting pretty much dominated here. And it just takes additional pylons to clean up the rest of the bases. And that's about it. So... and eventually, additional pylons even gets a mothership in to deal with the rest of it. So yeah, there we have it. Spiny is defeated by additional pylons. Next up, additional pylons against Gensi. This was one of the quicker games. Gensi is getting a lot of units and marines, and just those stalkers are not having a good day. I think the Tempests are doing a bit of work, but unfortunately Tempests against marines, you're never going to fire quick enough to take all of them out, especially in that number. And especially when Gensi has the Vikings to come in and remove them.
Yeah, the Vikings and Marines pretty good well against the Tempest as long as you attack it into them.
Yeah.
Last week we saw a bot keep trying to attack the Tempest and then running away.
Yeah.
That doesn't work so well.
Yeah. So, as we can see here, eventually Gensi will clean up the rest of the base and come out with a win. So next up would be a Spiny versus Tia. And as we can see, Tia doing a very, very nice rush zealot strategy here. No such craziness with DTs this time, just straight in, rush in with zealots and hope to take out everything. It works pretty effectively. As you can see, Spiny just doesn't really have enough units to clean everything up. I think eventually he will get this immortal. Maybe, will he? No, not quite. But yeah, unfortunately Spiny doesn't quite deal with the rush well enough, and then Tyr can just clean up the rest of this base really. So yeah, and then there's one final base for him to clean up. Should have put this on fast forward this bit. So yeah, Tyr taking the win there. And I think this is the last of our games, which is Mad AI versus Spiny. So Mad AI did tell us which strategy he was using, but I didn't quite catch it. But it looks like the Zealot Rush again. And once again, Strelic is quite weak to this Zealot Rush, I think. It's one of the tactics that's not really good against defending. Which is fair enough. It's actually a very difficult tactic to defend, especially if you're Zerg. If you see Zealots running into you, Zealots generally beat Zerglings pretty much all the time unless you've got significant numbers advantage.
You just need a spine crawler forest. It's really the only defense
Yeah.
Zerg has against Mass Zealot. At least early on.
Yeah. I mean, roaches deal well with it, but then you have to get to roaches.
I mean, it hits before you'll have the roaches usually.
Yeah, exactly.
And you won't have enough numbers either. Like, there's going to be so many zealots. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
And sure, the roaches can kite, but they'll eventually hit a wall, and the zealots will get them.
So yeah, Mad AI will pick that one up. And that's the end of it. So after those games, I'll just take you to the results as we have them. So Gensibot is up on 6-1 and 1. Strelok is still in second place on 4-2 and 1. Tyr additional pylons on 4 and 4. Mad AI on 3 for 4, and Spiny on 1 for 7 at the bottom of the group. So Gensibot is looking pretty good for first place, but there's very, very close between that second, third, fourth, and fifth place that we have up. So yeah, let's begin with the streamed replays. So first up, we have additional pylons versus Mad AI. So additional pylons slightly ahead of Mad AI at the moment, mainly on the for the reason that he's played an additional game. So let me know when you're good to go on that one.
It's opening.
Cool. Yeah, this should be a fun one, actually.
I'm open.
Okay, you good to go?
2 more seconds.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, I'm ready.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so down in the bottom right, we have Protoss. It is Mad AI. Wait, bottom right is additional pylons, sorry. And up in the top left, it is Mad AI this time. So Mad AI normally tells us about 2.5 minutes exactly what build he's going for, so we'll have to see about that.
My only question is it Mad AI as in he's always angry like the Hulk? Or Mad AI like he's always crazy like what's the guy?
I don't
Mr.
know.
Clyde and Dr. Jekyll?
Yeah, it's.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde?
I think they're the same kind of crazy, but yeah, I guess a different kind of crazy, but yeah. So yeah, like Mad AI generally what he likes to do is he likes to send like a single probe across the map, get exactly what his opponents are building, and then decide on a strategy. But looks like additional pilots are going to try and take out that probe. Early expand here for Mad AI, for additional pylons rather.
Nice.
Yeah, nicely done. But given that Mad AI has now seen this early expand, does that mean that he's going to try his proxy strategy? I wonder. There's no proxy yet, but
Goodbye.
it's a bit late for it, I'd imagine.
For most proxies, yeah, it's kind of late. If you sent a probe out right now, you could proxy a robo and still probably do fine.
Yeah. We'll see. So is this a third base? Wow, that's a very early third from additional
Yeah, this is
pylons.
unusually early. Like most Zergs don't even get a third this early.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's Mad AI, right?
Yeah.
As I say that, Mad AI picks
4-gate proxy, yeah, there we go.
4-gate proxy build order. Like it's too late for the 4-gate proxy.
I mean, he's building 4 gates.
Okay, well,
I mean, he could just like, well, he's going to research the gateway tech,
warp gate.
warp gate tech, sorry, and then
Okay,
probably going to proxy out a pylon somewhere over here and just warp in the units there. So that's not. I mean, he could do that. He doesn't need to build the gateways sort of like at his opponent's base for that. But he does have some units there. He's going to have to get them across the map pretty soon if he wants to take advantage of this extremely greedy opening.
He's gonna have 4 gates and warp gates, so he can. Yep, proxy pylon right now.
There we go. So it looks like exactly what Mad AI is doing.
Mad AI has only seen 2 bases, so he decided to go with this off of 2 base.
I don't think he's going to get a second base. Or maybe he is. But it's quite late now for a second base.
Well, Mad AI knows he's seen additional pylons second base. He hasn't seen the third base,
No.
so he's starting to punish 2 bases, and it's going to do doubly well because there's actually 3 bases.
Yeah, there is not a lot of army for additional pylons at the moment. In fact, I don't think he's got any.
He has 2 zealots.
2 zealots. Yeah.
And 2 more on the way.
So some defense, but not huge.
Yeah, he needs shield batteries and an immortal really soon.
Yeah. I'd even say it's getting to be too late for that as the Stalkers come out.
Yeah. I mean, the Stalkers are really good against, or Immortals are really good against Stalkers. So,
yeah.
Like, I think there's a chance. He's building the pylon where he needs to build it to build shield batteries. Like, if he starts getting the shield batteries now, like.
So the robo is just about to finish. Let's see what comes out of that. So straight up, he's building an observer.
Okay, that's not looking too good. Like, he needs the shield battery. Hit an immortal. It's his only hope.
So we see now the attacks coming in. So That is 2. 3 of those zealots have gone down. 4 now. And it doesn't look too good for additional pylons here. Yeah, I think it's just pretty much a bad time to go for a third base for additional pylons there, unfortunately.
That was brutal.
Yeah, look at all those stalkers.
I mean, it's a really good opening if you don't get punished.
Yeah.
Like, probably one of the best openings to not get punished by.
Yeah. So there is a immortal coming out in a couple of seconds, but I don't think that's gonna. Doesn't matter how good immortals are against stalkers when you have this many stalkers.
Yeah, you kind of need them shield batteries.
Yeah.
And even then, there's too many stalkers. The stalkers will probably blast down the immortal. The shield batteries for them.
Yeah, it's the immortal is not going to get a chance really. So I will say this about additional pylons: despite losing all those workers, he's still way ahead in worker count, but that's not really going to serve him that well.
Yeah, I mean, it works pretty well.
But yeah, if all those workers were immortals, he would have won.
Oh man, that's a funny concept.
Yeah.
Shouldn't like can't banks just turn all his workers into Marines basically in the new co-op commander?
Yeah.
That's what it needs. All his workers to be Marines.
So yeah, I mean, like, you know how Xerxes can just like get a drone and turn it into a building? What you need is like the same sort of thing, except like for Protoss and units instead. That would be really cool.
It would be very, very good.
So yeah, I think there's nothing really left over here, so I'm probably going to just fast forward this a little bit, if you have no objection.
I don't. He's not really building anything in a secret base. Oh, well, now he's building something in a secret base, but...
Yeah.
It's a little late.
So there we have it. Mad AI will take the victory. So it's one of the ones he needs. So that actually puts him on 4 for 4 now with 2 other bots. So, and additional pylons. No, sorry, with... Yeah, hold on. I'll get the... Actually, do you want to move on to the next replay before I show the group again? Because I'll do a few. I think people's memories aren't that bad. I'll give people some credit. So, Tyr and Mad AI are on 4 for 4 at the moment. Strelok is currently on 4 for 2 with a single draw, which is putting him ahead of that group. So, let's see in the next one. Next up is Tyr versus Strelok. Strelok with a win here could really cement that second place and put himself really in pole position. So we'll see how it goes. Tyr probably needs to pick up a victory here. Let me know when you have it ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so down in the bottom right is Strelok. Done a really nice proxy opening on Gensi earlier. One of the best I've seen, I think. And so up in the top left, Tyr is here to hopefully, I don't know. Zealots do pretty well against Marines if you can get them onto them. I know Tyr's had a good history of doing lots of Zealot rushes. So we'll see how this goes.
Wasn't it Strelok versus Gensi that had like the proxy that looked for sure like it was going to kill him, and then the most spectacular hold of all time happens?
Yeah, I think that was. So I think last week Strelok versus Gensi was our draw when Strelok just couldn't finish him off. Basically, he basically built entirely Reapers and.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
I still think we should submit that one to Bronze League Heroes.
Oh,
so good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I will ask the authors and get their permission for that one.
I don't know if it ever get casted, but
It'll be fun.
One of my friends in real life, he submitted a game to Bronze League Heroes, but we didn't know. Right, it was his first game of Starcraft ever.
Yeah,
And then my buddy was like searching for replays, and it's like, oh, is this Ben? You know, like the guy's username in game is Ben,
yeah,
and sure enough, it was him. And we're like, oh wow, it's the most bronze game ever.
that's pretty
But
cool.
I don't know where I was going with that story. I think I had a point that was related to AI.
It's cool. It's all good. Um, yeah, so Strelok got a decent scout off this time. No proxy from either side, and early expand from tier, which suggests maybe not zealots this time.
I really like Tier's building placement. I
Yeah,
mean, not as a Terran player, but like as a bot. As a Terran player, I absolutely hate it. Like, we
yeah,
need that path to scout, you know? Scout with the Reaper, but like,
yeah,
walling the Reaper path is usually a lot better than walling the ramp.
yeah. It does take out a lot of options there. But I think I saw one pro game where like there was like a building placement, so you had the ramp, and literally every single Reaper position was cut off. It was crazy. There's just
Oh man, it's
nowhere
so
to get a
funny.
Reaper in.
It's really annoying because then you have to waste scans to like see what's in there, and each scan is like 200 or 300 minerals. Like, they're not cheap.
Yeah. So we do see a Reaper from Strelok. Let's see if he can get in. It's quite a long distance across this map, so it's got a
Yeah,
long
I don't
run.
think he's aiming to get in there. I think he's just exploring and seeing what expansions have been taken.
Yeah.
Just like looking for proxies.
Well, looks like that's going to get cleaned up by the Stalker here.
Or at least shut down. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
he's going anywhere.
No. So we have another Hellion come out.
Nice, nice.
And so he's got a few units that's just running around the maps. Doesn't seem to have a lot of aim at the moment. There's nothing really massing. We do see a few Hellions on patrol.
I would think Strelok's going to do it, but with the building placement that tier chose to have, it would be a perfect opportunity for Hellion run bys.
Yeah. Yeah, Hellion run-bys at this natural right now would get a lot of work done.
And the main doesn't have any wall or anything. So the second the army comes to fight the natural, you just drive up into the main and get another round of roasting.
It's a bad day to be a probe. But at the moment, all of these Hellions just seem to be happy at their own natural.
They're like having their own little race. They're running laps.
It's like
Trying to
Hellion
figure out what
Party.
they're doing.
Oh my god, I'd get dizzy if I was doing that all day.
I just imagine being the Hellion. It's like, sir, what are my orders? Oh, I want you to just drive back and forth.
Yeah.
Why?
No reason.
Just do it. It's critical for our strategy, soldier. Why are you talking back to me?
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I mean, they're wasting fuel. Don't they have, like, global warming problems where they are?
I mean, probably on a new planet, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
I guess so. But still, like, you want, like, if you land on a planet and you're gonna, like, nuke everyone as a Terran, you want to at least not cause massive global warming as well, I guess. But yeah,
Chat
that's...
pointed out that, sorry, the Terrans exposed a bit late.
Yeah,
I have to agree a little bit. Also, orbital command kind of late as well.
yeah.
You generally want to start that immediately after the base finishes. Like, mules are just too good.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, if I was Strelok, I'd be wanting to kind of like get up a third place pretty soon. Tyr already has one on the way. Um, and still, we don't really see any kind of like aggression from either bot. Both are kind of like happy to sit back and mass their own armies and then send them into the meat grinder.
It's a 10-minute no rush.
Ah. Yeah. Oh. One Reaper down, and yeah, like Tyr has a huge army advantage and worker advantage at the moment. Like 20 workers and pretty big army advantage as well.
Yeah,
So,
Stroke's main weakness is he doesn't macro super hard.
no. So we do see a bit of a move out from Strelok. It's not a huge army coming across. But if he walks in there, it's going to be a bad day. Oh, no, he gets out.
This is one of the hardest maps to do this strategy on.
Yeah.
Mass Cyclone and Hellion. Because the ramp defends both the natural and the third.
Yeah.
So you just can't get high ground vision.
No, and this is getting cleaned up super easy by Tyr now. He's a mile ahead.
He needs the high ground vision.
Yeah. Micro Machine had a great way of doing it with his barracks floating in, but it doesn't look like that's something that Strelok wants to do.
I mean, it's hard. You'd have to like proxy it all the way across the map.
Yeah. So yeah, there doesn't seem to be a lot left over for Strelok now, and I don't know what Tyr is waiting for. Yeah, Tyr just needs to push out and he can win this pretty easy now, I think.
Yeah, there are way too many immortals here.
Yeah. But those Cyclones are actually pretty good if the Protoss is coming into you, but...
Yeah, and as long as it maintains lock-on.
Yeah. Although he got a few shots off on that Cyclone there. But didn't
The
quite do
suckers
enough.
who are getting targeted are really good at moving to the back.
Yeah. But there goes
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Lock-on goes through Immortal Heart and Shield.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize that
That's
the
harsh.
damage just... Like, is the damage just not applied? It almost
No.
looks like it.
I mean, it's very, very tough for Tyr here. He just can't get into range without getting locked on. Wow.
Yeah, he needs to be... He needs to charge across the map.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably the worst place for him to be standing, is this area.
He needs to find some way to force those Cyclones to come into him. Really.
I mean, there's no real way to do that. He just has to attack across the map to force the Cyclones to fight.
Yeah, the way you do that is you go across the map. Like I say, if you force them to come into you. But, I mean, as we say this, Strelok now has a fourth base up. And pretty much even worker count. When we checked in earlier, like Tyr had a 20 worker advantage, now it's down to 4. And also the army advantage is slowly creeping up for Strelok, so...
I really like that scan.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Wow. So,
Yeah, Strelok's really good. The fog wall is kind of annoying for the lock-on.
Yeah. But this micro, this Cyclone micro is crazy from Strelok.
Imagine a pro
Wow.
with like this micro.
Yeah.
Could be absolutely absurd.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, like Blink would work super well here for Tyr. But
Oh, did it get? I just saw a soccer Blink. Yeah.
Ah. Okay, so
Blink is stupid annoying for Cyclones because it breaks the lock-on.
yeah. It looks like Tyr has just got a little bit frustrated here and just going, fuck it, I'm going to go kill them all. That was one piece of poor micro from Strelok there onto the Cyclone that got caught. And these Cyclones going down now, all of them. Wow.
Yeah, they're trying to retreat, but the SCVs they're repairing are just getting in the way.
Yeah, and as we see this, the fourth base from Strelok looks like it's going down.
Oh dear.
Oh. So finally, like after being ahead for so long and Strelok pulling it back, it looks like Tyr finally going to take it to Strelok. So we see the fourth going down. He is slowly picking off those Cyclones.
But the Cyclones are also slowly picking off the attacking army.
Yeah. The difference, I'd say, at the moment is a huge economic advantage for Tyr, so those Stalkers are easier to replace.
That's true.
So yeah. So it's probably very costing effective.
Well, let's look at cost effectiveness. It's about equal.
Yeah.
Shift L.
Yeah. So obviously.
The Tempest even went down. I didn't even see him build a Tempest.
Wait. Yeah, the Tempest? Wow. I didn't see that.
Like, when and how?
I don't know.
Josh is telling Tyr to blink forward rather than backward.
It's really the way to deal with these Cyclones. I don't know if he had it in him.
I don't know either.
As we go back to this very, very interesting kind of battle between the Cyclones that are so well microed.
Once Blink comes out, it becomes a lot harder to effectively deal with Stalkers. Because the lock-on just breaks, like, when the Stalker is Blink.
Yeah.
Which makes it so your cost effectiveness, like, goes out the window.
It just appears like these Cyclones are absolutely everywhere. They're getting surrounded now, though. It looks like they're going to take out a few of them. Wow. So Strelok is in the process of building his fourth up again, but it looks like Tyr's going to come over and take that out.
Those SCVs really need to, like, stop getting in the way. It's so brutal.
Yeah. So it's going to force a cancel here, and as you say that, there's another Tempest out already. So the cancel is forced. And it looks like Tyr is just going to pull on through here. The Cyclones have run out of space to micro. So they're forced into the back of the base.
And there's 6 Cyclones to the 28 Stalkers. That's not exactly the numbers you want to have.
No. But if it was doing as well as it was doing earlier, that would have been enough. But not right now, unfortunately. It looks like Strelok is stuck into his base. And Tyra's going to do this by the numbers, take out every single base first. So yeah. It looks like while Tyr is trying to take out this third base over here, Strelok is still trying to perform some miracles with the Cyclones.
Yeah, the miracle's not going to happen. I was hoping, but then I looked at the army supply, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, 119 to 18 right now. It's not a position you want to be in. So
What you need is to have equal numbers of Cyclones to Stalkers, and then you just attack move into them.
yeah,
The early, the micro that Strelok does is very, very, very good for early game, but because there's a few numbers of units, and you could retreat with the Cyclones a lot easier. But as the game goes on, like, your own Cyclones start to bump into each other,
yeah.
which makes it very, very hard to get the lock-ons that you need.
So yeah, I am calling this and going to fast forward it. I think Strelok, unfortunately, dead to the world now. And as we can see, he just needs to find this last space. And GG. So yeah. Nice win for Tia there, puts him in real contention for the second place in this group.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So next up is Mad AI versus Gensi. So Gensi, I think after that win for Tier over Strelok, still needs one more win to book his place in the next round. For certain. So we'll see if he can get it here. Let me just load that one up. So Mad AI is now doing pretty well as well on 5 for 4. So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, might be a couple of seconds behind you, sorry. Anyway, up here in the top left, we have Mad AI. And down in the bottom right, it is Gensi bot. So Gensi is very, very scary bot. He likes to do things a very standard way. A standard Terran is like building lots of marines, lots of tanks, lots of medevacs, and just run over and kill everything. At least that's what he did last week. We'll see if he's got much more this week.
I mean, Marine Marauder tank medevac. It's a tale as old as time.
Well, as old as Starcraft. Like,
Yeah, it's old as Starcraft at least.
Yeah, not quite as old as entire time.
I mean, I think the caveman fought with medevacs.
Yeah.
6 stones and medevacs. Super strong.
That's what was written in the walls in caves long ago. It's like scientists haven't quite dug it up yet, but like as soon as they're sort of like archiving one of their old Stone Age sites somewhere in England or something, and they'll just see on the walls like pictures of like Marines, Marauders, tanks, and they wonder what the hell's going on. And they'll, you know,
And right next to that, written in caveman ink, says Zerg OP. Blizzard, please nerf.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that would be something to find on a cave, but yeah.
It would be. That'd be really funny. Especially if they do like the carbon dating and it's actually like that old.
Yeah.
Like Blizzard better like nerf the Cyclones at that point.
Yeah.
Not Cyclones, Zerg.
Yeah. No, better nerf Protoss. Everyone nerfs Protoss.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a Protoss nerf.
It's just like 2 letters next to it, GGOP. So, Mad AI is going for the 2 base immortal. I'm not so sure about that against Marines.
Yeah, but against Marines, not as good, but that's just the only thing Gensi Bot builds. Like, there's also going to be Marauders and tanks, right?
Yeah.
And those are pretty good against those.
Yeah, against tanks, those shields really do the work.
Mortals are also actually pretty good against Marines in the right numbers.
Sure, but you need a fair few numbers. So there's a Reaper coming in here for Gensi, but we already have the Stalkers out, so it's going to have a hard time doing much damage. And it's going to get out clean.
Or rather, numbers of Marines, because like you need a critical amount of DPS in order to like actually take down the Immortals. Like Immortals have a lot of health.
Yeah, they do.
Marines do not. So like the Immortals will just like pick off the Marines faster than the Marines can pick off the Immortals.
Yeah, they can do. Again, it generally depends on exactly how many quantities of either you have. So yeah, we see the Reaper doing a bit of like harassment over here, but again, with a couple of Stalkers out, you can generally keep a Reaper alive, but you can't make it do a lot of damage.
He does have the path up to the main though.
Yeah, over here.
That is unblocked.
Unfortunately, Mad AI does not have the same building placement as Tier.
This is how all Protoss players should play by law. You need to make a law that says don't wall off that ramp.
Yeah, just lay out the red carpet in case any Reapers want to come down and lay in a bit of harassment, right? Is that
Yeah.
yeah?
Sure.
And
When
pave that.
elections are coming up, that's going to be the criteria of whoever I vote for.
Yeah.
Whoever makes it illegal for Protoss to wall off.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to be a lawbreaker then. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. No, I can't. I can't start singing on stream, else everyone will just tune out. It's fine.
We'll have a. We'll also have to give meeting to the report button then. Like, if you're going to break the law, like, we'll have to report you after the game, man.
Yeah, but the report button is just there as like a kind of like what's it called? Placebo effect. Yeah, doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, it really doesn't. I've heard rumors of people actually being banned for bad behavior, but I've never actually seen it in the wild.
Yeah, it's like the Outer Worlds. I don't know if you've played through that, but they one of the factions in the Outer World has a suggestions box, so that anyone could feel like their suggestions were being listened to. It was connected directly to the shredder, and when the shredder broke down, they had to stop it.
With the what broke down?
Shredder. Paper
Radar?
shredder. Paper shredder.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
So meanwhile, let's get back to the actual game. We see Mad AI moving out with some stalkers. No immortals yet, maybe? Oh yeah, we've got a couple of immortals. They're a bit slow, as immortals are. Come on, guys.
Tank placement for Gensi is basically perfect.
Yeah. So it'd be very difficult to do a lot of damage here. But let's see how it goes. Those zealots are actually getting and taking out the Marines, and the Marines looks like the tanks are going down. I take back what I was saying. Looks like Mad AI is getting some real work done here.
Yeah, the friendly splash damage of the tanks really hurt the Marines.
Yeah. So the Marines are getting some hills from that medevac, but it's not going to be enough against these immortals by the looks of things.
Well, especially if they don't actually, like, fight, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the Marines aren't shooting anything. If they actually shot something, they'd actually might be able to clean this up, but...
Yeah, that Stalker was very low, but it looks like he's going to survive with his shield recharge. And it looks like Mad AI might just have done this.
I think the Destiny bot might come back.
Well, there's lots of these. As we see, we've got a Liberator coming down, and if those Stalkers step into that Liberation Zone, that's going to be not be fun for them. As we see one go down, or... Yeah, it looks like Gensi can actually hold this. You see the third baseman Gensi being taken down.
He can hold, he just needs to actually fight.
Yeah.
Fight! Medevacs are dry on energy though, so that's going to be not good.
Yeah. So it looks like those Marines are going to go down pretty quickly now. As that Stalker is very low on health, that might just get popped, but it doesn't. Stalker stays alive. We have another tank in the back as well. While tanks generally aren't good against immortals, that one has just taken out two of them. Hero tank there. Only 3 kills. I think he might be able to.
He lost the third, which isn't great.
No.
He moved the tank.
Oh no. He got it taken down. Hero tank is gone. So yeah, it looks like Mad AI can clean this up. Gensi bot is down very low. He does have another tank there, does he? Or did that get taken out as well, I think?
The tank's almost done.
Yeah. So there we have another tank coming in. The tank seems to be focusing the zealots rather than the Stalkers and Immortal.
Yeah, generally tanks are better against the... No! The zealot got on top of him!
Oh no. Oh, that
Repair
poor
the
tank.
tank!
No, it's not gonna happen.
Goodness, no! I think Bad AI's done it.
Yeah.
Right. Gensi bot didn't do it.
So picks
Yeah,
up another win.
clear that around.
So I think it's time we fast forward this to the win. So yeah, looks like Mad AI is stuck on this ramp here until that factory goes down. Yep. And there we see. So Mad AI taking the victory. GG. Mad
GG.
AI is very, very scary. So anyway, let's see what that does to the group for the moment in a second. So as we see, top of the pile is still GenCBot. Still needs another win to be absolutely sure of qualification. He has one game left. If he loses it, he could qualify if other results go his way. But if he loses, then another bot will have a chance to take over from him. So Mad AI is now in second place. Strelok drops down to fourth with those results. Tier in second place, both share the same record. Additional Pylons really needs to pick up a win now and hope that other results go his way. But it doesn't look very good for Additional Pylons, sorry. And Spiny is still eliminated, unfortunately. So now, next up is Strolok against Spiny. Are you almost good to go?
I'm not. It's not opening the map.
Okay.
For some reason.
Which map is it?
Acropolis.
Do you need me to send that one? Or
Yeah, might be good.
uh,
I have Acropolis LE, so I just renamed it to Acropolis to see if that would work.
okay, give me 1 sec. Um, try that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I think.
moving it over.
Let me know if that's working for you.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Sure.
It's in the folder. Opening it now.
Cool.
Okay, it's open now.
Awesome. So you're good to go?
Yep.
I will turn that on. So going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so up in the top left is Strolok. Good to see him back again. And in the bottom right, it is Spiny. Definitely Spiny, and in no way Spinny. I apologize again.
We should just call the opponent bot Dizzy because of how
Yeah.
much Spiny spins.
Yeah. I don't know if that'll work so well. I think that just makes things worse, to be honest. But anyway.
There's Spiny and Dizzy.
Yeah. That just reminds me of those old Treasure Island games, like the Treasure Island Dizzy and everything like that. Did you ever play those, or you?
I did not actually.
You missed out. It was an egg running around saving princesses and stuff. It was
Were they good?
it was very good at the time, but like I think it was on the old Amiga or something.
Oh yeah, that's
And they had like
never had an
Princess.
Amiga. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they were fun. What was it? Treasure Island, Dizzy, and I can't remember the name of the other ones. There was Dizzy Island or something. I don't know. Maybe someone in chat can remember. But no, I don't know how it reflects on this game at all. But anyway, see a nice early expand there from Spiny. Um, so
I mean, expanding at the correct time. Notice how it's almost 2 minutes and Zerg hasn't started a third base?
yeah,
Zerg's the one who's known to expand. Just one point. I mean,
yeah.
I'm kind of beating a dead horse at this point, but Protoss expanding at 2 minutes.
I mean, that's not too bad.
I mean, it's very, very good if they don't attack you for like 3 minutes after that.
Yeah. So we see Spiny doing a bit of a scout that's just going to get caught up there. I have no idea why he turned around and didn't go into the base just to get some information. Like if he turns around and tries to escape, he's obviously going down there. But yeah, maybe that's in his logic. As we see Spiny living up to that name. Is that
Spiny.
five spine crawlers coming out?
Yeah, it's a good time to build 5 spines.
Yep. Especially as Terran hasn't expanded yet and is just going to go for four barracks.
5, actually.
5, yeah.
That's the most you can support off of one base.
So Spiny now up to 6 spine crawlers.
Shaw can build a couple more workers. I'm surprised he hasn't.
Yeah.
Like on one base, you're good till about like 18 or 20.
Well, he has built loads of workers. They're just all spine crawlers right now.
Oh, I meant Strelok.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Spiny is a good worker cat. There's nothing wrong with the amount of workers he has.
There's,
Looks like it's go time for Strelok.
Yep. 21 Marines.
Yeah, that's not enough. Like,
five more in production, but
he needs to wait till 40 Marines or 50 Marines in order to break through this.
yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to have fun. I mean, it's Starship Troopers all over again.
I mean, he might have some luck if he contains the Protoss or the Zerg and expands behind it.
Yeah, but he's still only on one base, and I don't see any expansion being even considered yet.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't consider it until he sees the spines, but
yeah,
that is a lot of spines.
That's like an entire forest.
Yeah, this is what you got to do against the Zealot build.
Yeah. Oh. One thing that won't survive is those poor overlords. And
Spiny, there's one even on the left side of the map that he has a single Marine fighting.
Yeah. And he's pretty much supply blocked at the moment. As he walks into the spine forest, you might get one of them, but another 3 on the way now, trying to be built. But there's 2 go down.
He needs to focus fire then.
But he's running out of Marines.
Oof.
Ooh, that was not good. But
yeah, not quite enough Marines.
But one thing we see is Strelok is very good at taking out those overlords that are sailing across the map. And that's supply blocking Spiny. Every one of these overlords is one more that's going to supply block him. So there's more spines on the way. And
more spines on the way, that's exactly what it is. He just needs to building army units, which it looks like he started.
Yeah. So
he's having a hard time doing so because of all the overlords going down.
So it looks like Strelok is finally expanding behind this. But its point was really sending those Marines to their death.
Yeah, he needs to wait for a group of them and then fight.
Yeah.
Get it! Ah!
But it looks like Spiny now has a few roaches out, and roaches are also very good against Marines. There is that one spine on the right there that is almost dead.
Yeah, I want to see it die.
Oh.
It has 9 kills. Oh man, the kills on the spider crawlers are crazy. 9, 11, 13, 5.
Yeah. That's not too bad. Spiny is definitely not supply blocked anymore. But I have noticed he does keep sending the overlords around the map, even though they're getting taken out, causing him such problems.
Man, I just Strelok's strategy was so good, and he probably could have won with it if he. I mean, he hasn't lost yet,
No.
but
And he is expanding.
he attacked a little prematurely. He's lost 64 Marines, and if he didn't lose those, he'd have like 80 right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good day to be a Marine on Strelok's side. Those cave paintings on the wall aren't going to win this time. But they definitely are going to read Zerg OP.
Yeah, definitely. He got 1 roach.
Yeah. But this
Oh,
is
he needed 1 needed to survive to tell the tale and paint on the walls.
Yeah. This is looking like a critical number of roaches here now for Spiny.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Especially given that army count. And that worker count as well.
I really like that Strelok tried to transition.
Yeah. A lot of bots just won't bother. They'll go with one strategy, and if that doesn't work, it's like, GG. I'll keep doing it. But it looks like this natural is now going to get taken down. But the amount of workers that are just trying to repair. Oh no! Is this going to end as another draw? Does Spiny have anything that can take out air units?
He has queens right now.
Yeah. I mean, are we going to have a second
map that I think you can fly the orbital to?
Yeah. I mean, are we going to have a second draw in this group? I mean, we only have 3 workers left now. I think it would be safe to fast forward this, but
Okay.
we may end up with a.
Let's fast forward. So you can draw. That would be savage.
So we see the main base being taken down, and oh no, Spiny, get something that can take out air. Okay, the queens are giving it a go.
More than just roaches.
Oh.
He has a spider.
And he has queens, and it looks like he can. What's going to come out?
Okay, it looks like he's actually, yeah.
Oh, and they come out the neuters. GG,
Nice.
guys.
Okay, that was good.
I was worried there. Like,
I wasn't. I believed in our bot authors.
yeah, that's good. So yeah, next up, I think it is. Let me just get the window up again. Wait a sec. So next up, it is additional pylons versus tier. So this is a very important game. If tier wins this, he puts himself in a very, very good position.
He has a good shot to win too.
Yeah.
Good bot.
Oh, definitely.
But to be fair, at this point of the tournament, every bot has a good chance.
Yeah, everybody is good at this point in the tournament. You don't, if you're a bad bot, you don't get to be in this tournament at this stage. Yeah, so give me one sec.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Cool. Just give me 1 sec, sorry.
All good.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so up in the top left, we have our Protoss bot. It is Tyr. Sorry, top left, additional pylons, and in the bottom right, it is Tyr. So additional pylons after that lost result. Unfortunately, can't qualify anymore for the next round, but looking to play a bit of spoiler here. So let's see how it goes. Tyr is one of these bots that has a bunch of different tactics, and you know what one of those tactics is? Is he going to go for a cannon rush?
He might.
Because
I seem to remember him liking to move his probes across the map after the forge is made.
yeah, which isn't as good, but we do see additional pylons coming up here.
Yeah, I don't think this is his cannon rush. I think it's his Tempest.
Okay. So
Because he builds a couple cannons, takes straight into Tempest.
yeah. Additional pylons can pretty much see the forge there. I wonder if he's going to be worried about the cannon rush. Kind of reverse psychology.
He might be, but he hasn't reacted yet.
No. This is definitely going to be a one-base build from Tyr. That wall there is pretty obvious.
I like his cannon placement this game.
Yeah.
If you remember, he had a game with Tempest where his cannons weren't quite placed at the right spot, and the Zerglings got in, and the Tempest just couldn't clean anything up.
Yeah. So this Tempest is probably going to take out the probe there here. Tempest cannon, sorry.
The cannons are just tiny Tempests.
Yeah, that can't move. Well, Tempests are pretty bad at moving as well, so I think. So both bots still just on one base at 2 minutes. What does this tell us? It's probably going to be a pretty fast game. We see the cyber core coming out. And so 3 more cannons, so 2 cannons and a shield battery coming. So 2 shield batteries and a cannon coming out there. And another
You spared no expense there. Twilight Council.
Council, wow. I'm confused.
What exactly?
I don't know.
Robo Dark Templar? Like, so you get a prism fly? That's not even a build.
I mean, it could be.
The one base cannons into blink isn't a build.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what either of them are going for.
I think he's still going for Tempest. I just don't understand why I got the Twilight Council.
Yeah, it looks like the Tempest build, just with a Twilight Council there. Unless he wants to get Blink for his Stalkers. No, but we see additional pylons finally expanding, 3 minutes in. So quite late expand.
He's getting... Okay, additional pylons is the one getting charged.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dark Shrine. What is going on here?
So Dark Shrine, I don't think...
Like, nothing in this build is adding up.
No.
Like, all we have to go off of is a good luck, have fun at the start. He did not announce a strategy, which is somewhat annoying. But, like, he's got to make something happen soon.
Sure.
He has all the tech choices in the world, but he's not doing anything. He has 800 minerals, 180 gas.
Yeah, he hasn't built a single army unit. I mean, he has enough to build... Oh no, he doesn't quite have enough to build a Tempest just yet. So... Well, he's going to clear up this initial attack from additional pylons.
He's getting Void Rays, and he's trying... It looks like he was trying to repair with his workers.
So yeah... So Yoshi in chat is saying that it's the DT Void Rays. That's a possibility.
I mean, I'm all for DT Void Ray. The thing that doesn't make sense, well, I guess his gateway's right there, and if he rallies correctly, yeah. So his DT will actually spawn at the right side of the map,
Yeah,
or the right side of the gateway.
I mean, he could also get a pylon outside, where he can't get a pylon outside because he doesn't have a robo bay and a warp prison to transfer any workers over. But that DT has definitely managed to get out, so that's good. So, is there any detection here for additional pylons? I don't think so at the moment, although Observer is coming out now.
And a cannon's building the main. So
Yeah,
he has an observer and he has a cannon. I don't think this gamble for Tier is going to pay off too well.
no, unfortunately not.
The thing that throws me off about this build is it's one base. I think he could have this like very similar attack timings off of two base and have it be the same.
Yeah. Certainly a better one as we see the Observer coming out now and that DT is going to get taken down.
Okay, this is brutal.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look good for Tyr here. It's a must-win game for him, but it doesn't look like this is going to be a fun game. Yeah, another DT. It's getting chased away there. I'm surprised to see this go down. There's enough observers now from additional pylons. We should be able to deal with this quite easily.
Yeah, it's a shame he keeps building DTs. He needs more Void Rays.
He is building Void Rays, but only have 2 of them at the moment.
With the shield batteries there, 2 is probably enough to take out the Stalkers, but like without an expansion, like...
Yeah. Oh, and this looks like this attack's not going to work though. There are too many cannons and shield batteries and everything there to fight it off. But the real question is going to come is how does Tyr break out of this position? Like, how does he get into a situation where he can actually expand from here? All AP additional pylons has to do right now is to sit at the end of that natural and make sure that Tyr does not build another base, and he'll just eventually outscale him. But
It looks like Tyr's thinking about moving across the map with the Void Rays.
There's just not enough of them to deal with all those stalkers.
There's only 3 Stalkers right now. It's 1-1.
Okay, so that would be enough. And looks like one of those stalkers might go down here to that DT.
Yeah, 2 Stalkers, a Phoenix, and a Void Ray to 3 Void Rays.
Yeah.
It would be a close fight.
But he doesn't need to. I mean, additional pylons is coming in, but he doesn't really need to do much. His stalkers are going to get taken down. The Immortal is going down as well.
That's just things that shoot him.
Yeah. So yeah, it does look like that was cleaned up pretty well.
He's building more Void Rays. And he's still... at this point, it's kind of going to be rough. His opponent's also building Void Rays and getting air upgrades.
Yeah, and it's 3 bases to 1 right now. So
does he say it's go time?
I think it is.
I mean, you never know with bots. Like, maybe he'll get the right engage.
Yeah, I do like the way he's also got the hallucinations out as well. I'm not sure if it needs hallucinations or things. Those Void Rays are getting taken down by Tyr, and that's the last of them it looks like. So, yeah, so that went really well for additional pylons. He now has a massive, massive lead.
Yeah, it's basically a game at this point.
Yeah. So the only actual army unit that that Tyr has is that single DT. And where is the Observer? The Observer is coming in now. There we go.
Oof.
So can he break this position though? Those Void Rays might be able to.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing about having a lot of bases. Like, You don't have to be cost effective. Eventually, you could just like mindlessly break anything.
Yeah. Oh, that that really was the Artosis pylon right there.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Oh god, now everything is down, and that is pretty much game for Tyr, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Original
gonna.
pilot, like, I'll show you Voiders. You want to play Voiders? I'll show you how to make Voiders.
So yeah, I'm gonna fast forward this to its natural conclusion now. I think quite seamless. It was a half decent play from Tyr, but I don't think that was ever really going to work against additional pylons there. So well done. Okay. Next up. So let's just take a look at the. So let's just take a look quickly at the screen, at the results at the moment. Give me 1 sec, sorry. So yeah, Gensibot's still on top. Mad AI, Tyr and additional pylons could all draw, and this will possibly lead to another one of our famous tiebreaker situations. Actually, no, because Mad AI will play Strelok next in our final game of the evening, due to the fact that Strelok has a draw, which will give him the advantage over the other tied group. So essentially, it will come down to Mad AI versus Strelok uh, in a battle for second place, and that will be at the end of the group. Gensibot, due to the result of that last game, has now won the group, but we will see him up next against Spiny, which will be our next game. And our final game of the evening is the winner-takes-all match between Strelok and Mad AI for that second position. So yeah, next up is Strelok versus Gensi. Oh wait, sorry.
Spiny versus Gensi.
Yes, sorry, Spiny versus Gensi. Yes, you're right. So Gensi looking to take a dominating result in the group here, already guaranteed of last place. Spiny, unfortunately, will finish last in our group, but let's see if he can get a little bit of pride back. When I say pride, he's already done fantastically well to get here, and actually he's got a really good bot there as well. So hopefully we'll see him back in next season and beyond. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Okay, go. Oh, sorry, go in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so down in the bottom right, it is Spiny, and up in the top left, our Terran group winner. We'll move on to the semi-finals, but let's see if he can take an additional win for pride. It is Gensibot. GLHF's being given in chat.
What a kind and well-mannered bot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, you have to be. You know, we don't accept. We're a very gentlemanly club here on the SC2AI ladder. We only accept gentlemen, and well, and a few others.
Didn't we have like a prize at one point for the best smack talk?
I think we did. Yeah, I think we'd even do in this one as well, possibly. Or did I take that out? I can't remember. But there are a few spot prizes that Spiny is possible for him to win. They will be announced next week on the stream. When we do the stream next week, we'll have the semi-finals on Saturday, and then the final and third place playoff on Sunday. So yeah, Spiny getting his normal early expand. I get the sense though Gensi might take this if he brings the tanks to the party, and tanks are very good against spine crawlers. we'll see how it goes.
Things are pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, Junsy Bot's actually a new bot for this season, extremely well made bot. Like, it's basically come on the scene and just destroyed everyone. So, mad props to him for that.
It's really impressive too.
Yeah.
No, it takes a while to get your bot up to that level.
I mean, Micro Machine's been around for many a year, and I think in the first few seasons he wasn't winning as much certainly as he is now. Like, he certainly wasn't one of the lowest ranked bots, but he was kind of a mid-table bot for a long time, and then he's just really come on in the last few years, and is actually a fantastically well-made bot. So we see the Reaper coming out, and again, this is something we've seen Spiny being quite vulnerable to, is like early attacks. So I think that's probably 3, maybe 4. Let me check. Oh no, only 2 down so far.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
A couple more hits on one of those drones, you could have got 3.
Ooh. He's going for it, but that queen, it looks like, is going to guard.
If you're watching replays just for funs, you could, in Terran vs. Zerg, kind of tell what league everybody is based on how well they do their early game Reaper and Zergling Micro.
Yeah. Something that I need to get better at, but I'm a Protoss player, so I don't need micro.
Really hard.
Yeah.
For both sides, actually.
Yeah. So we see 3 bases now for Spiny. And it looks like Jinxie is starting to mass a bit of an army. Has gone up for Hellions, actually, sorry. This Reaper continues to harass a bit. It's interesting that we see a Spore Crawler out of Spiny. There's no real air units to speak of.
Yeah, it's not just air, but like detection too.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's a lot of spores, though.
Yeah. Well, we do have a Viking coming out. Wow.
Well, you'll be very prepared for that Viking, let's put it that way.
Yeah, the Viking isn't going to get much done. It's those Marines on the floor that you got to worry about. But actually, the Hellions are the weapon of choice for Jinxie now. So we see a few Zerglings coming across. Those Zerglings are likely to get fried, I think. Or is he going to fry them?
You could go either way. I'm leaning towards Hellions.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, he's building Spore Crawlers, and those looks like some fried Zergling.
Wonder if he just blindly does it against Terrans.
That's possible.
For protection against battle cruisers and banshees.
It's possible, but I think like Marines. I mean, there's enough Zerglings around now that could probably deal with this, but as we see the Queen off creep, the saddest sight in Starcraft 2, a Queen running off creep. Oh.
Oh, it might actually get him.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get that queen. You can get that queen.
He could do, but he decides to let her live. Oh. Trying to fight Zerglings on creep. Not a good plan. But there we go. And you could probably turn around and fry them now.
That liberator positioning in micro. If he targeted the low health queen first,
yeah,
he would have survived and like probably cleared the mineral line.
Oh. I see some roaches out now from Spiny. Ooh. It doesn't look like that Hellion attack is really going to be able to get a lot done now. So, as we see some Marines and tank, a more typical combo. As the Hellions are coming back, they're going to get healed up. Nice liquor coat, liquor paint. Yes, we really should call him Spory, as I said in chat. That's brilliant. So we're just really waiting for the full-on attack now from either side. Gensibot does have a large army advantage.
The Jetsubot's cleaning things up slowly.
Yeah.
Mature roaches. Roaches are gonna be fine for now.
Yeah.
Have the transitioning unit.
Yeah, roaches are pretty good against basically anything on the ground.
Until there's too many of them and all the roaches can't fire at the same time.
Yeah, pretty much. But doesn't look like that's happening at the moment. Something I like about Spiny is he generally tends to go to all the expansion locations and just lay a bit of creep there. It's a very good tactic, especially against bots that might not know how to clean it.
Yeah, you could get a lot of wins just by doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet pickup from Jensi.
Yeah, nice.
Jensi's like harassing like I would in TVZ.
All these Zerglings might get on top of the tanks, but not quite. Cleaned up nicely by the Marines there, as we see the other side. Looks like this one's going to get cleaned up.
Wow. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Oh, those drops are doing some real work now. The Overlord and one of the roaches gets taken down. Jetsi goes for this fourth base.
Yeah, the multi-prong.
Yeah. Oh, Jetsi is really good at this. I think he might need to pick up a few of those Marines pretty soon though, but he does manage to take out that base, which is what he came for. So that's good. But now we see the larger force moving in, and there go all his Marines into the medevac. So frustrating. They just hate it when Terrans do that.
I don't. I hate it when people build corruptors.
Yeah. I don't think Spiny has probably got that in him at the moment though.
Okay, this Liberator has potential to be game ending.
Oh, I see what you mean. I hadn't picked that up, but ooh. Yeah, there's just nothing really dealing with him. Although the Hydra's come over to have a go now. Looks like that's going to be able to clean that up.
Yeah, but
at the cost of how many workers? 24 workers down now from Spiny.
The single Liberator got like 18 or 20.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. So we see it's everywhere now. It's like Marines everywhere from Gensibot. Something he's crazy good at.
Oh, he lost. I don't know if you saw, but he lost a medevac full of Marines.
Oh no, I missed that one. Sorry.
No, I mean it's hard to keep track of. He's attacking in so many places at once.
It's so many different places, but this attack now right in the front looks like it's going to be the main thing. Spiny is trying to attack, but he can't. And those Marines are just going to push on through. It's going to be really bad news for Spiny.
Jensibot is really strong. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, another Liberator now in the natural with Spiny. And
with 12, 13, 14 kills.
Wow. 16.
Plus a Zergling egg.
Oh. Wow.
Like, Liberators are, like, really annoying because you could just, like, they can shoot eggs and the larvae.
Yeah. But I think now Gensibot is going to clean this up and take the win, leave him in first place. And he will go on to the semi-finals next week and face up against Three-Way Lover. Should be a fantastic semi-final. I'm just going to speed through this. And unfortunately, we do say goodbye to Spiny.
Spory.
Spiny or Spory.
I think it's definitely Spory.
Yeah, after that game. I think Spineclaws would have been a good shout there as well. I don't know if he got the win with it, but he certainly would have been able to push back a lot better. So let's just quickly show you what this does to our group. So Gensybot will finish on 7 for 2, will win the group, no problem there. And Tier and Additional Pylons will finish in 3rd and 4th respectively. And it is down to our final game. Strelok against Mad AI, the winner of this game. Strelok could leapfrog Additional Pylons, Tier and Mad AI into 2nd place with a win. Mad AI needs to win this to go through. So, all down to this, guys. You ready to go?
Exciting. Yeah. Cyclones!
Cyclones!
I am so ready to see some cyclones. I'm hoping.
You never know.
That's what's so sad about it. You never know.
The Cyclone Micro from Strelok was so good in the game against Tier. Like, he literally was so close to winning that.
Like cyclones are just you trade for free against enemy units, at least in theory. And it would be great to see the transitions in battle cruisers, which also just trade for free against enemy units in theory. It's perfect micro.
You good to go?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so up in the top left, we have Strelok. And down in the bottom right, Mad AI. Both fighting, two bots, 1 spot in the semi-finals up for grabs. Winner takes all. Let's do this.
Cyclones. Mad AI has decided to go for an early pylon.
Yeah.
With Strelok's deciding to go for a early supply depot.
Wow. Bold choices there, but one bold choice Strelok has made is he's going for a very early refinery, so
True.
that might suggest we're not going for all-in Marines, at least.
Yeah, the timing of the refinery suggests a factory immediately after the barracks.
Yep, it looks like Mad AI is probably going to scout this. Look at the orders for that probe. It's just in and out.
Yeah, wow.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Makes a wonderful looking diagram too.
Yeah. I mean, it could be better. Like, you could have done a pentagram or something like that. Would have been kind of cool.
That's how I play ladder.
Yeah.
I just draw pentagrams everywhere.
It works. Summons the devil. What was the what's the guy's name? I can't remember. At the end, the big evil guy.
Satan?
That as well. I was thinking more Starcraft related, but
Starcraft? Oh, Amon.
Amon, that's the one. Sorry, forgot his name.
Yeah, Starcraft Satan.
Yeah. So we do have a cybercore gateway, so it does suggest they're not going for any crazy rush strategies. And such an important game, it's stupid to risk everything on such a rush. But as we see, Dr. Nostradamus again. Oh, 4-gate proxy coming in from Mad AI.
Oh, that's going to be savage.
Wow.
I was going to say, I was just about to comment about Strelok's SCV on the natural. Just looking to deny a natural being placed. But it looks like he's not even planning on taking that natural.
He's happy on 1, and that's fair enough. He is getting...
I think it's just going to come down to whether or not he sees the proxy pylon.
Yeah. If you can get down and take that out early enough, then that's going to pretty much destroy the strategy.
Okay, now I'm lost at what Strelok's trying to do. He's getting fast armory.
Oh, this is a weird build order.
The supply depot placement is kind of bad. If he wants to go Cyclones, he's not going to be able to build the tech lab. Hopefully he knows to lift his
I hope so. That would be a really bad way to lose, but he is getting a Hellion out. There's a Reaper coming across the map. I don't think it's managed to get into the base yet. Coming up now. So we've got a couple of Stalkers there to deal with that. Shouldn't be able to get anything done.
Oh yeah, soccer positioning is really strong too.
Yeah. So there is no expansion from Strelok.
Strelok did lift his factory. He's building a tech lab now.
Ah. Yeah.
That armor is so early though.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say he's like took all those guys off of gas for some reason, but no, he's putting them back on.
Oh, that poor Zealot got stuck in the slow zone against a Hellion. Never fun.
Oof. I mean, even in a fast zone, like I don't know if he's good enough.
Yeah. So the proxy pylon is up now. And it looks like Strelok has caught this. But now it's the Hellion stuck in the slow zone. And he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if Strelok has enough.
No. That Hellion is going to get stuck in there, and now the Stalker's stuck in there after him. Oh.
Strelok's macro might just be its undoing.
Yeah.
He should have like 2-3 Cyclones out by now, but
So this is a pretty strong attack. I'd be, you know, Mad AI could book his place in the semi-final with just this attack here. He's got so many Stalkers coming in. Is there anything there?
the load and unload micro.
Yeah.
Strelok definitely has a shot though. He just needs to not do what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he needs to keep that Cyclone alive and doing damage to those Stalkers. Now he has 2 Cyclones.
You see what he's doing with his SCVs? He's transferring them natural, and he keeps doing it.
Oh, that's not good for him. There's only 7 of them left. Oh, this is not looking good for Strelok.
Oh, that's savage. So bad.
Yeah, that proxy build order from Mad AI is certainly something to behold right there. Oh god. Yeah, this does not look good for Strelok, unfortunately. There is still a couple of Cyclones dealing with that stuff in the back, but they're going to have to be absolute heroes to do anything against this.
I mean, they'll clean it up eventually, but he has no workers left, and it's still another 10 seconds before he gets a mule.
Yeah,
like,
so
even Cyclone's cleaned it all up, it's not looking too good.
Unless he can finish the game with these 2 Cyclones, that's not looking good. GG, boys.
I don't think he can kill units faster than Mad AI can make them at this point.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to have to call it there.
That's so sad. Oh no.
Come on.
Die to it.
We do have two Terrans in the semi-finals, so.
I'm just a huge fan of Strelok and his Cyclone Micro.
Ah, yeah, absolutely. So am I. Against Tyr, that Cyclone Micro was crazy good.
Almost one of the game.
Yeah. So there we have it. Mad AI will take his place in the semi-finals and fight it out against Micro Machine in the first semi-final next week. Let's just see on the final group. Gensybot will top the group 7-2 with a single draw. Mad AI, as we saw, books his place in the semi-final with that win. Tier and additional pylons are next up. Tier does take the tiebreaker of additional pylons. Strelok finishes just behind those guys. And in last place in the group is Spiny. All done brilliant well to get there. But unfortunately, we will say goodbye to Tier, additional pilot, Strelok, and Spiny. We can see from the semi-finals next week, it is Micro Machine versus Mad AI and Gensybot versus 3-Way Lover. Should be some amazing games. Really looking forward to it.
I'm up for Gensybot versus Micro Machine finals.
I mean, it would be
fantastic defense and harass versus for fantastic offense.
It would be a lot of fun, certainly. I don't know. Gensybot against 3-Way Lover is going to be a very, very fun one. Like I did like the certainly three-way level put in a lot of improvements, but as did Gensibot as well. So let's see how things go.
Okay.
So yeah, that will conclude the group stage. Thanks everyone for joining us. Doctor, thank you for being my great co-commentator there. And we'll see you all next week for the semi-finals. Thank you very much, guys. Goodbye.